Welcome back to Dmac Mad Gaming. I'm your host Dmac, and here we believe gaming is a lifestyle, not a hobby. Welcome back, guys, and today I want to talk about Pokemon Sword and Shield. And the reason why I want to talk about that today is because I just finished the main campaign for Pokemon Sword and Shield. I got a copy of Pokemon Sword, and I've been playing it for 40 plus hours, and I gotta say, I love it. But I gotta let you guys know up front in this video that I am a noob when it comes to Pokemon games. The only other Pokemon game I ever played besides Pokemon Sword is Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I've never played any of the other iterations of Pokemon from Game Freak at all, ever. So I'm really new at Pokemon games and really new to the Pokemon games from Game Freak. Brand new, super noob. And so before I started playing this game, I decided to look on Reddit and join a community that also play Pokemon games. And I joined the Pokemon subreddit. Shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome. They really gave me some tips and things to help me play the game and learn about how the gameplay mechanics work, how the evolutions work, how the breeding works and everything. And after the tips and information I got from my fellow gamers at the Pokemon subreddit, I was able to have a great experience. And I gotta say, the experience was amazing. And so I'm giving you guys a shout out. You are awesome. But the reason why I'm talking about Pokemon Sword and Shield today is not from my experience I had from it. And I'm going to talk about the controversy surrounding it before the release of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, we all know Pokemon Sword and Shield came out on the Nintendo Switch on November 15th, 2019. But a couple weeks before the release date, there was some controversy surrounding this game. And today, in this video, we're going to talk about that. We give you my opinion about it and why I think it happened and why people were outraged about everything. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to talk about is hashtag Game Freak Live. That was one of the biggest controversies surrounding this game, and that's the first thing we're going to talk about in this video. Now, Game Freak announced that they're working on a Pokemon Sword and Shield, I think at a Nintendo Direct on E3 week. And I think that they told the gaming community that they're not going to have all 800 Pokemon in the game, and they will not be able to use the National Pokemon Pokédex to transfer their stats for the Pokemon that they raised throughout the games that Game Freak had created over to Pokemon Sword and Shield. And that made a lot of people in the gaming community upset. But they were okay with it because of the reason why they weren't doing it. They told the gaming community that the reason why they're not having all 800 of them and not allowing the National Pokédex to be implemented into the game is because they work on a new fidelity and graphics for the game on top of new animations for the Pokemon and Pokemon Sword and Shield. That's what they told the gaming community. But someone from the gaming community that's a Pokemon enthusiast got a hold of some codes for Pokemon Sword and Shield and dug into it and found out that Game Freak lied big time. They told the gaming community the reason why they didn't have all 800 of them because they work on new graphics and fidelity for the game and new animations for the characters, right? But to come to find out from the code that some of the enthusiasts of Pokemon got a hold of, they discovered that a lot of the gameplay animations for the characters and some of the design from the characters are copy and paste on Pokemon Sword and Shield from Pokemon Sun and Moon. You heard me right. They copied and pasted the animations and character models from Pokemon Sun and Moon over to Pokemon Sword and Shield. And when the gaming community heard about this, they lost their minds. They lost their minds. And I don't blame them. And the reason why I don't blame them is because, as I said before, I just finished the main campaign for Pokemon Sword. And I put 40 plus hours in. And I'm already attached to all the Pokemon that I have raised and grew up and added certain abilities and stats onto. And that takes a lot of time and effort that you have to put into that. And if they've been doing this since every Pokemon game the Game Freak has ever released up to now, they have a lot of time invested into these Pokemon that they have customized to their liking. And not allow some of them characters to be in Pokemon Sword and Shield is not right. But I know what you guys will say in the comment section below. Dmac, they said not all of them. They cut them in half. So 400 of the Pokemon that people have customized are not going to be allowed in the game. But there are 400 that will be allowed. That's like taking what you love about certain games and cutting out half of what you love about it and only adding the other half into it. you would be upset about it as well. You would feel like it's an unfinished product. You would feel like you were being cheated out of your money and out of the time and effort you spent into this game and into this company. You would be upset as well. So when people heard about this in the gaming community, it was a big uproar. Like I said before, this all took place before the release of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, after the game was released and people got their hands on it, some people started changing their minds about how they felt about it. Because they found out that the wild area, there are all new animations that come to the Pokemon interacting with you through the wild. There's new animations that come to you interacting with the characters when you're camping and when you're Dynamaxing in a Dynamax raid. There's some new animations for how giant the characters are, and the new designs for them, and their abilities that are massive when you use them in a Dynamax raid on Pokemon Sword and Shield. There's new animations for that. And because of that, half the community felt like, well, Game Freak didn't lie. They did do new animations for certain parts of the game. While other half feel like they should have did it for all parts of the game. And they still feel like, other half still feels like they can still add the Pokemon National Pokédex into the game and allow people to add put their stats and upgrades that they made for these characters throughout the series of games that they have played from Game Freak onto the characters that are in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So there's a big controversy surrounding it, and some people feel like Game Freak is still going to make good on that. I wouldn't hold my breath because they stated in many articles that they weren't doing that. If it's a certain character you have that are not in the game, just have to wait till the next installment. And I think they're doing that for actually the National Pokédex as well. Now, if you never heard of a National Pokédex, I'm not going to go too deep into it because I'm still learning about it myself. But what I know so far is it's like a cloud save that the Game Freak has for Pokemon that people customize in certain games. It's up in the cloud, and when they make a new installment of the game, if you have access to this Pokédex, this National Pokédex, you can take all the stats and customization you did for a certain Pokemon over to the next game. Now, they've done it in many other iterations of Pokemon games from Game Freak, but they're not doing it for Pokemon Sword and Shield, from what I read. And all the information that I have in this video, I have article links to them in the description box below for you guys to check out for yourselves. But that's the big gist of it. A lot of people in the game community feel like Game Freak lied, and that's what created hashtag Game Freak lied on Twitter. And also spilled over to Reddit. But it was a huge controversy. But as I said, once the game was released, a lot of that changed. Half of the community that were outraged kind of had some sympathy for Game Freak, and then they died down. Now let's talk about the other controversy that's surrounding Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now the Pokemon Company got really upset when they found out that somebody was able to get 18 images of the Pokemon from Pokemon Sword and Shield before the release of it. And then they posted it on 4chan, Discord, and Reddit for everybody to see. And the Pokemon Company was outraged about this. And they decided to sue the people that released these images on 4chan, Discord, and Reddit. And they're looking to sue them to the fullest extent of the law. Because they claim that the 18 images that these people posted on these websites hurt their bottom line, hurt the sale to Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, I didn't come across any articles that show me the actual how many copies were sold of this game for Nintendo Switch. I don't know that. I don't know if they have released a report yet. But for what this company said in this article, the Pokemon Company said in the article, it hurt their sales. And they're going to be suing them to the fullest extent of the law. They don't know who these individuals are. Now, this video is taking place late after everything happened, so I don't know if they caught or found the identity of these people, but they're looking to make an example out of them. Now, do I feel like they're right for this? Well, let's look at it from this perspective. You have a game that you are about to release in a couple weeks, and somehow someone got images of these characters you have in your game from a strategy guide that hasn't been released yet. They're able to get copies of these images and post them on Reddit, Discord, and 4chan before this game was even released. And from what the Pokemon Company said is that they show images of things that they were saving till people got the game. So they feel like it hurt their bottom line, and they're going to sue them. Now, do I think that the people that post these images were wrong? I can't say. I'm not a lawyer. All I know is that they were excited about this game and they was able to get some images and they wanted to share with the world. I don't know if they committed a criminal act or not. I think that it's a criminal act when you hinder someone's ability to make money off the product they're creating. I heard that's a crime. I'm not sure if it's an actual crime when it comes to the law, but I heard that some people can't sue for that. But I don't know if they actually got their identities yet. But what would be funny if these same people that release the images of these Pokemon from the Pokemon Sword and Shield guide are the same people that was able to get that code and find out that Game Freak was copying and pasting character models animation from Pokemon Sun and Moon over to Pokemon Sword and Shield. That would be interesting. If anybody heard anything about that, please let me know in the comment section below that they are the same people, because that would be crazy. That would be crazy. So that would make me think like, well, they already busted out Game Freak. They might as well just go all the way and release images before the game come out. They just went for broke if they're the same people. And if anybody heard it, if anybody have identified them as in the same group of people that did both things, that would be hilarious to me, and I would love to know if that's actually what the case is. So let me know in the comment section below if you have any information about that, because that would make my day. But that's all the controversy that was surrounding this game before the release of it. And I have to say, it's crazy. But, like I said before, I am a noob. This is the first Pokemon game I ever got my hands on. So I haven't experienced a lot of these previous iterations of Pokemon. So all I know is I'm new now and I'm a fan now. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you feel like the Pokemon company have a right to sue these people? Do you feel like the people that released information on Game Freak was right? Let me know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And I'd like to know, have you played Pokemon Sword or Shield yet? What do you think about it? Do you think the animations are new and unique? Do you think they are the same as Pokemon Sun and Moon? Let me know all you guys in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for staying to the video. You've been really helpful and liking the video and sharing it with me and Dmac Mad Gaming. I really appreciate that. And remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button to become a Mad Gamer, so you can notified when we upload more content. Because in a couple weeks, we're going to be having some new content coming to you guys. It's a different format. You want to see if you like it. I think you're going to love it. But you need to be notified when we release it. So make sure you a Mad Gamer. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get the notification. Also hit the notification bell to be notified. And as always, stay safe, keep gaming. I'm out. I'll talk to you guys later.